Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the weekly recap for the Day Traders FX Trading Group. Thanks for stopping by and watching. We wanted to start off quickly with a few notes. Obviously we want to talk about how the week went, what we learned, what we did, what we saw, and so on. We also want to point out the fact that the website is pretty much finished. It's gone through a lot of changes, a lot of updates, a lot of upgrades, and it's looking really good and working really well. We'd love to get you guys to check things out because I think you'll love it. You can get set up by clicking on pricing right here. That'll take you right down. If you scroll up even just a little bit there, you can see you can get a free trial. Join us for a week. See what you think about the trading group. Members are loving it. We're seeing some good testimonials, some good feedback from people. Everyone's having a pretty good experience. We've got a couple of plans to remember here. We've got on demand. If you just want to see the video analysis that are posted every single day, you can get unlimited streaming for $50 a month, or you can just watch some of the videos. They're $2 and $3 to download and rent for 24 hours. You can look at the weekly recaps. You can look at the weekly watch list. You can look at our daily analysis. Those are just a couple of bucks. If you want to spend $15 or $20 a month, you can get a lot of good activity, or you can get everything we have for $50 a month. We've also got our premium membership, which is $79 a month, includes all live sessions, trade calls through email and SMS, and just a live interactive chat with tons of traders, and it's a great opportunity, great experience. And you can get that in an annual plan as well. And for a very limited time, just as kind of a welcome to the new Day Traders FX, we have got included in the annual plan 1 year of all the on-demand. So that's about a $600 savings if you sign up for the annual membership to the Day Traders FX Trading Group. So we'd love to see you. Come have a look, log in, check it out. Here is our on-demand section. If you look at the on-demand section, just something to peek at here quickly, we have a lot of good stuff in here. You can see these are the DTFX Money Minute videos. These are just a couple of minutes long, 3, 4, 5 minutes long, and we talk about pairs such as Pound Aussie, Peso, Aussie Dollar, Aussie Swiss Franc, and so on. These are trades that have a couple of entry potentials, but we're focusing on one pair per video. And you can come and watch these. These are free. Just click right on here and watch it and get a free trade idea out of it. These are free for a limited time. This is not going to be forever, but for a limited time you can watch these videos for free. If you want to see our weekly recaps, our daily dose, the DTFX daily dose is a 15 to 20 minute video every day that covers 5 to 10 pairs. You can have a look at that. And those are available for rent for $2.99, or you can buy them and have them for your video library for $5. So stop by the website, have a little peek. We'd love to see you. Okay, let's get right down to the nitty-gritty. We have had an active week. The members in the website have been going crazy with all of our trades, and we've been looking at a lot of things, and it's been a really fun, exciting, active week. You can see a lot of action that's been happening in here. We've been trading several different currency pairs. We're looking at a lot of these different trades here. We've got Pound Swiss Franc was a good trade. The Aussie CAD was a good trade, a little guy. Euro Aussie a good trade. Aussie Swiss Franc, Dollar Peso, Pound Swiss Franc, Pound CAD, Pound Aussie, excuse me, and several other trades. So they've been really good trades. We've had a really exciting week. We've been battling this Pound Aussie a little bit. It got pretty extended, and we were looking for some of these pullbacks and moves, which it has definitely started to give us. Had a nice little rising wedge right here, and it broke, and it's been running down solidly. But we've been watching this Pound Aussie as it's been running up like crazy, leaving missed pivot point after missed pivot point in the wake, and we're looking for a move to get this back down below some of these trend lines for a little bit of a retracement. But ultimately, we're definitely looking to be long pound pairs. Pound pairs have got a very strong bullish setup, so we're kind of keeping that in mind. But we're looking to kind of fade some of this overextended movement that we saw in the middle of the week. So the Pound Aussie has been a good one, and we're just kind of sitting in that and writing this down and watching some of these bigger trend lines. So a great little trade, looking very good there. We should be able to bank some pretty excellent pips on that Pound Aussie. Euro dollar has been a good one as well. We've been sitting in the euro dollar for about a week now, and it's been sitting at right about 150 pips profit. We've had several members add additional positions, so you know, double that profit size, and it's been a really nice trade. And we're just watching this hopefully carry on and continue on and make one more stab lower. We'd love to see if this euro dollar can make a little bit of a poke higher. If we can start to get to a little bit of a move up into this area and then a bigger drop, that would be an excellent area to add to this position. But either way, we've protected and locked in about 50 pips, and we're currently up about 150 pips, and we're looking to probably take some early profit and then see if we can get a little bit of a spike up before it starts dropping again. So euro dollar has been an awesome trade. We've made some good money on that one this week. Been a really good one. We've also been watching this Euro Aussie, as this thing has kind of been running up, and it found some pretty hefty resistance at about 156.00. We've been shorting these little breaks right here and just having a pretty good amount of success with this. These little breaks have kind of happened, and we get these nice runs down, and it's happening again, and we're getting a little bit of a run down. 156.00 is pretty rock solid so far. We've got this current weekly pivot missed. Last week's pivot missed. 2 consecutive weekly pivots missed, with a couple of daily pivots speckled in there as well. So we're just looking for another kind of test, a little bit of a pullback here, and then hopefully that continuation will happen where we get a nice little rundown, and at least we can take out that little weekly pivot right there and get into some of that 153.00 zone, maybe a little bit lower. So there's some good profits to be had on this Euro Aussie. We're sitting in this trade that's looking pretty good right now. We jumped into some pound Swiss franc as well. The pound Swiss franc has moved nicely. We've made some money on this one. This had a nice little run up and left a lot of missed pivots in the wake. And so as it did that, we took some entries, and we are sitting in some nice profit as this has pulled back. We also did make some money on the pound Swiss franc. Several members in the group were able to take advantage of this large head and shoulders pattern. We've been talking about this on pound pairs like crazy, and a lot of members were able to get in around that 142.00 area or just below it and grab some movements up. So we had a very fantastic neckline. This is something we talked about in the Monday webinar at the start of this week. It played out beautifully well, made a fantastic run up of a couple hundred pips, and it's starting to pull back just a little bit as well. So we made some money on the way up, and we're making some money on the way down as we leave these pivot points untouched. There's been a nice opportunity to trade back to those. So the pound Swiss franc has been an excellent trade this week as well. At the beginning of the week, once again, the weekly watch lists happen Monday morning. They're available on the website. You can rent them for $5 and look at everything that we're trying to trade for the coming week. All the pound pairs were mentioned in the weekly watch list. All of these Aussie pairs were mentioned in the weekly watch list. There were some really excellent setups and trades, so there's some great opportunity there. The pound yen did an excellent job of just kind of consolidating, bouncing around above this larger trend line here that we have been watching on some of these slightly bigger charts. We saw a nice little break out there. We have an inverse head and shoulders, and it just consolidated, bounced, and gave us that big break. And a lot of members got in on that trade. That was a fantastic little mover. Made some nice pips and some nice profits on that guy. And we're definitely looking for more pound yen to come. The pound pairs have gone nuts. We're now up to the neckline of that head and shoulders pattern. What could be next? We've got a nice little area in there that hopefully will get tested, and we'll get there and we'll see some nice activity in the works. I definitely like this on this pound yen. I definitely like this whole situation. Whoops, there we go. This whole situation right here looks very, very good for that continuation up. So we're looking for that to happen, get that space filled in there, take us up to some of this resistance, up to this 200 moving average around 170, and we've still got a breakout of 161. We've got probably 700 or 800 or 900 pips after a little break and a retest and a run higher. Pound yen looks awesome. We have some excellent pound trades coming next week, and we're very excited about that. Pound dollar did the same thing for us. A lot of members got into this pound dollar trade. We talked about this one at the beginning of the week. We had some charts and so on posted here. This was an excellent trade. Made a nice little move higher. Remember, this pound dollar had this falling wedge, broke out, tested, pulled back, and then had that big fantastic break. So again, a really nice little trade there. We got some good pips out of that thing. For those that were in that wild pound movement. So really good little activity on that pound dollar. Everything went nicely there. Good little trade. It's coming back down, hopefully giving us a nice opportunity to retest some of these levels and get us back into this thing. Broke that neckline, pulled back nicely, made a nice break, and it's pulling back again. And we just want to keep looking to be long pound pairs. There's great opportunity to be long pound pairs. So we did that this week as well. Also, we currently have a Aussie Swiss franc trade in the works, and it's slow and steady, but it seems to be working pretty well. Here's a 1 hour chart. You can see we've got a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders pattern, and it's breaking and it's running. We've got this nice little resistance level sitting at about 7,200. It's broken above some of these descending trend lines and working its way up into that resistance. We're already in this trade. We're already in a little bit of profit, and we're just letting this thing carry on up through. It's making a nice little stab at some of these upper levels, and we're going to keep it going from there. We did a little bit of trading on the Mexican peso. I forgot to mention that one. The dollar peso has been a good little mover. This thing has left some pretty intense trend lines in its wake as it's run up, and we've been looking to kind of get some of that movement down. We had some earlier entries yesterday and the day before of some trend lines like this. Got some nice little breaks there, consolidating through this larger trend line, pulling back, and probably headed into some of these missed pivots down here. We've got a nice weekly pivot right there, and we've got a weekly pivot right there, and so on and so on. So dollar peso is looking very interesting. If we get a little bit of dollar pullback, we've got some good opportunity there. So it was a good week. We had a good time. We've got some trades that are going to carry over just a little bit into next week, and that is okay. Some of them are in profit. Some of them are in a little bit of drawdown, but they're going to carry right on over, and we'll just manage those into next week. We had some great closeouts, some nice profits. You can see in our trade section here, everything is just running along nicely and moving well. We had an excellent week. We're excited to have another week. Hopefully you'll join us. Remember, you can get a free trial at daytradersfx.com. Come check out the trade group. If you're not convinced with some of the things that you're seeing in these videos, come check it out. Attend our live sessions. We're on 5 days a week. We'd love to have you with us, and come check it out. Thanks, everybody. Have such an awesome week and a great weekend. Take care. We'll see you on Monday.